Hi, my name is Matt Carroll with World Class Coaching with the help of Academy Sports Coach 2025. I want to talk to you about something that I saw recently in the soccer world. We recently just finished up the Gold Cup. The United States with a disappointing performance in the final, lose 2-1 after a 1-0 lead. And wanted to break down some of the things and see how we can talk about the goals that are scored at professional level and talk about and how we can translate that to our youth level sports. So what I have here is kind of a diagram of what I saw and how we can take that and teach this to our players, and then even just a little bit of drill we can go in to work on it. So what I saw in the U.S. game was we have Mexico in black, U.S. in yellow here. Just to continue with our stream of black is always our attackers, and yellows are always defenders in our diagrams. We have a pass that does a great job of breaking three lines here, or two lines here essentially. Is breaking this line here, and then breaking this line here, breaking through a triangle, playing through a triangle, and getting the ball into attacking position. Now what we have here is a situation where we've got a player that's near the top of the 18 in a good shooting position. We can't stay on our marks. We have to move. We have to step to this ball. All right, because there's also another player. So we have essentially a 3v2 in the box with this player trailing. So a 2v2 with a trailing defender coming in. What occurred in the game was the defender here failed to step quickly enough, and that allowed space for this player to then run through from Mexico. A pass was slotted, allowing this player went forward, the pass went behind them, allowing this player to run onto the ball. With this player, the defender, trailing too late to step in front of the ball. They played a little further too off of this player. I think essentially afraid that maybe the player would receive this pass and then cut to the outside. It allowed the player to run inside, trail them, and an easy finish for Mexico. So the error we saw here is a common error where players don't shift their defensive positions. We talk about pressure and cover. So what I would say here is one of the drills I like to do is you have four players lined up. Then you have four players on the other side. And we'll have the defenders without a ball. Black will have the ball. And we're not working on specifically trying to win the ball here. We're trying to work on movement. So if the ball's here, we'll communicate. This player will go pressure, cover, and the other players will back off for balance. Okay. We'll talk about angles. We can even set up some goals here to give an idea of what would happen, and we can even have the players in black try to score eventually on these goals. Maybe some kind of punishment, thing like maybe they have to do a push-up if they miss the goal, to make it a little more challenging for them, so they're not just shooting constantly. They're trying to set up a good shot, but it's really working on the defenders and their angles. So this player's applying pressure here. That's what didn't happen. When we don't apply pressure, just like in the goal, we didn't apply pressure, it allows space and time for this player to make a decision and leaves gaps. Okay, so this player could cut to his left, his right, sorry, my left, his right, and score a goal here. But if they're under pressure and we're tighter here, it cuts their angles. They have to make a more horizontal move, less towards the goal, and it allows this player to step into space, and we're able to cover and force this ball into an area where then we have two players that can block any ball trying to come through. What happened was that didn't happen. The player didn't step quick enough. It allowed the time and space and allowed this player to then slot a ball in, try for a finish. So what we're working on here is as the ball moves, our players move as well. The ball players anticipating, they're seeing the ball move from the foot. They're seeing where the ball is going. They're seeing, okay, if the ball is coming to my player, I am now the pressure. I can't allow this ball to go this way. So I drop here. I want to make sure there's no easy lane here, so I become the balance and balance on the backside. So just a simple little drill. But these types of moments, even we see it at professional level, as we saw in the Gold Cup final, players, are thinking about a million different things. They lose sight of where the ball is. They don't anticipate. They think something else is going to happen, and it leaves those little gaps. And those tiny moments in the game are what is the difference